You saw the title. What is up? My name is Roman, and today I'll be showing you what a day in the life at Swarthmore is really like. When I was preparing to come here, I swear I could find no information on what it was like to live here, classes and schedules. So I really hope you find this video useful, but I'm kind of running late right now, so we need to get this going. So let's go. Every day I like to get up around 7 a.m. I rarely eat breakfast at the cafeteria. I just prefer to eat oatmeal that I make myself. After that, I have some quiet time. I use it as an opportunity to spend time with God and to get into the Bible before I start my day. At SWAT, I usually take 4 courses each semester, and so on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have 2 classes in the morning, an intro calculus class at 10:30 to 11:20, and an intro computer science class from 11:30 to 12:20. As you can tell, waking up at 7 a.m. is probably overkill for most people, but I've always enjoyed that morning peace and quiet to get a head start on work. Right now, we're heading into the final third of the semester, having midterms over the course of the last 2 to 3 weeks. This is the building I have math in. Right now we're getting into integrals, and this is the building I take comp-sci in. For the intro course, they teach you Python, and right now we're going over and practicing sorting and recursion. As you can see right here, there's been a lot of construction on campus recently. They've been trying to build up this new student center / cafeteria, and I've been also renovating a couple old buildings. The construction is kind of an inconvenience right now, so I really look forward to when this is all over, but in the meantime, this is what we got. Okay, let's talk. Now, usually I get out of class around 12:30 or so, and I'll just come down here and get some lunch. Right now I'm eating inside of Sharples, which is sort of the main cafeteria that feeds most of the students. You have 2 to 3 other places on campus that you can get food. You have the cafe in the Science Center. You also have Essie Mays, which is a restaurant inside of Clothier Hall, I believe. And you also have a cafe inside of Kohlberg Hall. But Sharples is the place you're probably going to be eating the most. I personally don't mind eating at Sharples every day, but depending on who you ask, you're going to hear a bunch of different answers. At the end of the day, I really think it just comes down to what day it is and what food that they're deciding to cook and try and serve, and whether or not it's going to be a hit or a miss. Now, if you didn't know, Swarthmore College is a liberal arts school, which means that it's really kind of catered around students who really want a diverse, plethora of knowledge and subjects that they're interested in. And, personally, that's not very me. I feel like the school is a very, humanities and social science, focused environment. So for someone like me who's a bit more STEM and business oriented, I can't say it's the perfect fit for me academically. However, I think there are plenty of upsides. I think one of the things that I appreciate most about Swarthmore is its relatively small size. Because what that translates to is less people in your classes, and it gives you more access to your teachers and the resources that the school provides. I can email all my teachers and they'll respond. I can set up office hours. I can go to TA sessions, and it just really makes getting help and taking care of academics pretty easy. Now, the next thing, when I was applying for schools, I really wanted to get into somewhere that was, really close to a city. And although Swarthmore is not right in the middle of Philadelphia, it's pretty close. There's a train station that runs through campus, and it really is like a direct shot right into Philly. It's pretty neat and convenient, so even though you don't get to be in a city, you get pretty easy access to one. I imagine you want to know what the dorms here are like and how the social scene is. I'm going to be talking about that a bit later, so stick around. Alright, time to go. But now let's get into the afternoon. On Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, I have an intro econ course from 1:15 to 2:30 and an intro psych course from 2:40 to 3:55. This is the building I have econ in, and this is the lecture hall for my psych class. On Wednesdays, I have a lab block for computer science, but you can really do it whenever because the labs are due on the Saturday of each week. If you were paying attention, then you would have realized that I don't have classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday afternoons or Tuesday, Thursday mornings. What do I do at that time? Great question. Something I've been working on recently is learning React, which is a JavaScript library used in web development. I made a video about the start of the journey that you can check out here if you're interested. Learning to program and create apps and software has become a big focus for me recently because I realized that if I don't take the time out to do the things I'm actually interested in or want to learn, then nothing changes, right? I just stay on the path that school or the world has put me on, and I don't get the chance to experience new things. In order to spread the message of taking action, my friend Giovanni and I created this brand Hero and this channel to make videos and document our journey to getting the most out of life through living intentionally. Planning, scripting, filming, editing these videos, and working on Hero projects is something else I do during those gaps in my schedule. If I'm not working on something, then I also end up using that time for any homework I might have. In the evenings, I usually have practice because I am on the basketball team here. Honestly, a lot of students at Swarthmore here are varsity athletes or recruited, and so for basketball, we practice in the afternoons or evenings. We'll have film sessions pretty often, and we lift around twice a week. I usually don't like to eat right before practice, so now that that's over, I'm gonna go get dinner. Okay, so it is currently 11:07 p.m. My day is finally just about wrapping up. I got out of practice around 8:30, and after that I went to go get dinner, and then I came here to the science center because I had to put the finishing touches up on my lab for this week. And so the last two things I want to talk about, as promised, are sort of the dorm situation and the social scene. Now I think in comparison to your average, state school dorm, I think the dorms here are pretty good. The school here has been doing a lot of like new construction or renovation, and so there's a lot of newer and nicer dorms that have been constructed recently. However, the thing is, coming in, freshmen don't really have a say as to what dorm they get put in. You're most likely going to get placed in a random double or a random quad with other people. You do get to take a little survey to kind of gauge like your personality so they can try and match you appropriately, and I think it worked out pretty well for me. Now lastly, the social scene. Now the thing you have to remember is that Swarthmore is a pretty small school, and that comes with its pros and cons. And if you're all about the crazy college party experience, then it could be a pretty big con for you. Personally, I don't really care for parties, so it doesn't bother me. There definitely is events and stuff going on here, but don't expect tailgating like you're gonna have at Penn State or something. So yeah, that was kind of my general overview of what a day in the life at Swarthmore is like. If you want me to go like super in detail, or you have specific questions you want to know, then leave a comment. I can probably make a video about it in the future. Nonetheless, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, then leave a like. And if you want to follow along and be a part of the Hero community, then subscribe. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and don't wait for a hero. Go be one. Peace.